Hi, I'm Robert Flowers, and let's talk about increasing and stabilizing your rental income. There is no secret about the frustrations landlords have when renting a property. With the cost of inflation and rents skyrocketing everywhere, it is a wonder if anyone can keep up. I truly believe that utilizing a solid renting strategy will not only increase your rental income, but stabilize it as well. You don't need to do any in-depth screening process or make any structural changes to the property or buckets of cash to get started. So, what I want to do for you in this video is to break down my simple formula for you to make money with your rental properties. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Robert Flowers and I teach landlords and property owners how to scale their rental properties with proven strategies that have worked for me. In this particular video, I plan on breaking down and share with you a simple formula and math involved in order for you to make money utilizing existing rental property, or if you're just getting your feet wet, purchasing your first rental. Now, just before we get started, I want to give you something in addition to this video in the property rental space, so that you can turn your knowledge and your skills into a profitable income stream just from one property. It's called Increasing and Stabilizing Your Rental Income, and it's a free downloadable workshop that I created personally for me and my clients. This course will give you a step-by-step overview of what you need in place to start stabilizing and increasing your rental income. And if you're watching this video, you will find this guide extremely useful. It is essentially a roadmap on how to build your rental portfolio from scratch, utilizing each lesson to guide you towards a more stabilized rental income. Now, to get your hands on the free guide, all you have to do is click the link in the description or somewhere up here on the screen. Okay, now let's talk about a simple formula you need to build or stabilize your rental income. Step 1, depending on where you are with your rental. For example, if you're currently renting to someone and having issues with them paying rent, then you should first try to work it out with the tenant if possible. If not, then you should start the process of eviction. That is a subject we are not discussing in this video, but in a later video. However, if your property is empty and it need to be producing, you should first get a room count. How many beds and bath you have. If you have a 3-bedroom or more, that's perfect, though 3 to 4 bedrooms is your sweet spot. Also, make sure you don't need to go through one bedroom to get to another. In that case, you would need to put a wall up to prevent this from happening. Let's say your room count is 3 beds, 1 bath for simplicity. The market rent is $700 in that neighborhood. Okay, $700 times 3 tenants equals $2,100. Let's add $300 for utilities. That's $2,400 per month paid by a non-profit. It gets even better. The deposits for each tenant can be up to twice the rents, which comes to $800 times 2 equals $1,600 deposit for that tenant. Now, $1,600 deposit times 3 tenants equals $4,800 plus $2,400 rents equals $7,200 in move-in cost paid to you. Step 2. Is the property located in an area where public transportation is available? Most tenants that's occupying the property will have no transportation, therefore would need to be near public transportation. The benefit to you is that this would make your property more attractive to your tenants. Just think about it for a moment. You want to give that tenant the wow factor when they come to see the property. Reasons is because the nonprofit will send them to the address to check if they like it or not. Once the tenant notify you that he or she likes it, finally, rinse and repeat the first 2 steps for each bedroom in your property. Not only will you build income fast, but you will stabilize it in the process. Also, in the first 2 steps, you should furnish the rooms with bed, nightstand, and dresser. I would add a TV in each and every bedroom to prevent the tenants from getting bored. This resolves personality issues between tenants. One property, 3 tenants that is producing $2,400 per month every month, paid by a non-profit organization. You're now stabilizing and upgrading your cash flow simultaneously. When a tenant has expressed an interest in your property and the room that he or she will be staying in, then and only then start the paperwork process. This includes rental agreement, application, and other information such as rules and regulations that you may want to present in an informational packet. Let's talk about the tenants. What makes a good tenant? Remember the Golden Girls sitcom? 4 women whom stayed in the same property who each had their own personality type. But they had one thing in common. They all got along with one another. When receiving a tenant from the nonprofit organization, you should take the time to match personalities to ensure minimal conflicts, a built-in support system to each other. This ensures a safe and supportive environment. You don't want to have tenants in the property who simply can't get along with one another. Now, once you got all 3 steps completed, room count for tenant occupancy, property location for public transportation, and furnishings for the property, then your focus should be on goals. What specific amount you would like to make per month in rental income. Let's say your goal is an additional $10,000 per month in stable rental income. Using a comparison, let's look at the 3 non-profit tenants in the property at $2,400 monthly rent times 5 properties equals $12,000 monthly cash flow. Now compare this to standard rent of 1 tenant in property at $800 monthly rent times 5 properties equals $4,000. So this should now give you a clear idea on what's needed to accomplish this goal for your rental. This is a very realistic goal to reach. So in order for you to reach this goal, we now rewind to very first step of this video, the formula needed, the existing property, if any, to get started, the tenants, and the nonprofit organization. These are the 3 components needed to move towards stabilized and increased rental income. Of course, you can make more or less rental income depending on your market. You can have more rooms if desired. However, I only recommend no more than 6 rooms to keep down personality conflicts and maintenance. And with 6 rooms, you would need 2-3 baths. Please, by all means, don't make this a difficult and complicated setup. It is pretty much set up to run like clockwork if you follow what is outlined in this video. Just start with the basics first. 3 beds, 1 or 2 baths. 3 tenants with passive personalities charging each tenant the market rent. The non-profit to deliver the tenants and make the rent payments. It's that simple. Once you've done this, the final step is to video the rooms once you have furnished the property. Record the video of the property, then send the video via email to the nonprofit organizations along with the details of the property, rental price, deposits, copy of the rental agreement, and application for their records. That's it. That's the formula to increasing and stabilizing your rental income with existing rentals, or if you're just starting out to get your first rental property. Most of these components to set up is a one-time thing. You get the property once, you get the nonprofit organization once. To expand your rental empire, you rinse and repeat. Afterwards, you would only need to communicate with the nonprofit by phone or email on what rooms are available. That's it. This strategy has gotten me through the pandemic, surgery, and other calamities that were going on during the pandemic. And the rental income kept coming because of nonprofits kept paying for the existing tenants they housed with me. Now, as I have already mentioned, you can grab my workshop on increasing and stabilizing your rental income that is absolutely free. It will outline what we have just discussed in this video in detail. It is helpful and will break down even more what I discussed here, and it's free. Also, you will have the opportunity to enroll in our training program, which I just discussed here in this video. That's all I have for you today, and thanks for watching, and good luck with building your rental portfolio. Until next time, to your success.